Oh no. Okay, I'm just going to start with Irma from Fit, Bike Fit and Massage. Did I get that right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Lately, we had a lot of questions in terms of the right bike for you. We had a couple of ladies buying bikes offline or going to a shop, and the questions are all the same. So we thought it will be very beneficial for everyone just to have a quick chat about what to look at when you buy a bike in terms of sizing. And then we'll move on to your own individual size and how that influences the bike that you buy. And then the last thing that we're going to focus on is in terms of saddles specifically for ladies. So Irma, I have had both my bikes with you. It's the mountain bike and the road bike. The mountain bike, we basically sorted out very quickly. But the one thing with the mountain bike for me was that I actually had a bike that was a little bit too small for me. It's a personal thing. So if you go to a bike shop or you're looking for something online, what are the general things that you need to look at in terms of sizing?
First thing, like if you're a complete newbie and you have no idea, like, you just like cycling looks like fun and it's something to do with the kids or the spouse or the partner and the friends, and you just want to get moving, which I hope is your big goal, is just to get moving. The first thing what they would require is your height, so from head to toes. So that's the most basic guidance tool to sort of just get you narrowed down to whether you're a small or a medium for your sake. So you're 1.63 meters tall. Generally speaking, you would be a small frame in the average bike size geometry. And then from that point, if a bike shop has the tools, have a nice, you stand on it with a pole and you pull the stick up between your groin, right up to your bone as far as you can. That's comfortable, where you don't have to squeal like a little girl. And they measure your inner leg length. And then that has a general formula, gets you to an average saddle height, and that gives them a guidance of whether you're a medium or a small or a large or an XL frame. The thing that influences it the most in the end is your leg length. So if we take our slops off, I don't know if you'd be able to see. So let's just, if I can touch you.
Okay,
that's your hip joint. So just so you know, that's my hip joint. That's my hip joint. Look at the difference in
so
height.
Mine's much higher than yours. Yeah.
But shoulder heights, we're the same. See? I'll be better on a small frame, and you will be right on the cuff of
a
big small frame, I call it, or more towards the general size of a medium.
Okay.
Yeah. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. At least with my bike, we could have fixed it with the setback seat post. So there are options that somebody can look at if you're on that borderline.
Yeah, so sometimes a bike would allow us, I call it, let's MacGyver it. If we can, instead of, it's not possible just to go buy a new bike. Not in these days. It's not that simple. So if we can change it with a seat, in your case, you had a 0-degree seat post, so we could take a setback seat post and get your bum a little bit further back and created a medium frame with your small frame and got your pedal stroke right so that you weren't grinding through your joints.
Cool. So that brings me to the road bike. That was a bit more difficult in the sense that my handlebars were too wide. One thing that I learned was the curve of the handlebar as well, that you get a shorter curve and you get a longer curve, the stem that you could change. So
you had it's a very good example of the right size frame for your awesome tall legs, but you have a small bike upper body. So I always tell people, like, you're a medium bike. In your case, you're a medium bike, but you're a small bike upper body, but you're a medium bike legs. And we're choosing the frame for the legs. And then we have to compromise on the upper body. And if we don't have to compromise, that is ideal. But if we have to, we're not compromising the legs.
Yeah, I think
ever.
The good thing for me was that we could make changes.
Yes. So on the road bike, your legs were 100% comfortable. We didn't need to MacGyver the seat post or anything, but you couldn't reach. And you needed to do half Ironman for the first time, which was a massive big deal. And congratulations, it was awesome. But you couldn't reach the front, so you couldn't breathe and you couldn't.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Which is
and
lots of weight to the front. Yeah.
Having to find a space where you were in control of the frame and your body and able to breathe had a little bit of a challenge. So we were looking for handlebars that were much shorter, a quicker turn in the end. At one point, I was contemplating putting on mountain bike handlebars just to
make it comfortable.
Just to get you to be able to hold on, shame. Like, yeah, so that in our country as well, there aren't many, you know, we have options, which is great, but we don't have as many options as the European stores would have.
So for me, it was absolutely life-changing to have a bike fit with Irma, because I could feel the difference before my bike fit and after my bike fit. Even though we made a lot of changes, the comfort that went with that, and the fact that I had absolutely no niggles anywhere was absolutely amazing. Irma, thank you so much for sharing your knowledge with us.
No problem.
We appreciate it very much.
Thanks for taking the time. I appreciate it.